You know, technology in hospitality is just moving at lightning speed. And with that comes a really big, really important conversation we need to have. I'm talking about the ethics of artificial intelligence. So in this explainer, we're going to dive into exactly that. How do we use this incredible new power, this AI, without losing the one thing that makes hospitality so special, that human touch? That's our true north, our guiding principle.
Hello and a very warm welcome to all of you. I'm a hotel AI expert, and I've spent my career working in modern hospitality operations and performance support. It's my absolute pleasure to welcome all the students from Europe Hotel School to this online learning journey. We are genuinely looking forward to supporting your professional growth in this amazing industry.
So here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll tackle the big one, the AI ethics challenge itself. Then, we'll get into the good stuff, the pillars of principled service, which is really our foundation. After that, we'll talk about how to build real, human-centered trust. And finally, and this is the most important part, we'll focus on your role as the professionals shaping the future.
All right, let's jump right in with our first section, the AI ethics challenge. Look, AI isn't some far-off futuristic idea anymore. It's here. It's happening right now, changing how we interact with guests in our hotels every single day. And that puts us in a really interesting position, doesn't it? It's a balancing act. How do we push forward with all this amazing innovation while holding on to that human touch, the very thing that makes hospitality, well, hospitable?
And this is really where the rubber meets the road. You see, on one hand, AI can do some amazing things for us. It can automate communications, help with really complex decisions. It's all about efficiency. But, and this is a big but, if we're not careful, if we don't apply it thoughtfully, it could start to feel a little dehumanizing. It could strip away that personal connection we work so hard to build. Or even worse, it could bake in biases we didn't even know were there.
The stakes are incredibly high. And that's exactly why top institutions like your very own Europe Hotel School are treating ethics as a core competency. This isn't just an optional extra anymore. The truth is, to be ready for the future of hospitality, you have to be ethically ready. They go hand in hand.
So, the big question is, how do we navigate this challenge effectively? How do we get it right? Well, you start with a solid foundation. So let's take a look at what I call the pillars of principled service. This is our framework for getting AI implementation right.
Okay, pillar number 1, transparency. It's a simple idea, but it is so powerful. Here it is. Guests should always know if they're talking to a person or an AI. That's it. We're not trying to trick anyone just to be more efficient. Our goal is to build relationships, right? And that has to be founded on respect and credibility. It all starts with being honest and upfront.
I mean, just think about it. You've got two paths you can go down here. On one side, you hide the AI. What happens? Well, it feels misleading, and it slowly eats away at the guest's confidence in you. But on the other side, you're just open about it. That simple act of honest communication, it shows you respect the guest. And that's what builds and reinforces the trust our entire business is built on.
All right, our second pillar is fairness. And let me be perfectly clear. This one is non-negotiable. Here's the potential trap. AI systems learn from our old data. And guess what? Our old data might have some of our own human biases hiding in it. So if an AI starts handling upgrades based on past data, maybe it begins favoring guests from certain places over others without anyone telling it to. If we're not watching it like a hawk, these systems can end up creating really unfair experiences, and we might not even realize it's happening.
And this is where you become absolutely critical. An algorithm doesn't get fairness. It doesn't understand empathy. It just sees data. So your job, your responsibility, is to be that human in the loop. You have to watch what the AI is doing, question its recommendations, and have the courage to step in and say, wait a minute, that doesn't align with our values. You are the ultimate safeguard.
Okay, so we've got these principles, right? Transparency and fairness. That brings us perfectly into our third section, building human-centered trust. This is where we stop talking about theory and start talking about what this looks like in the real world. It all comes down to two words, accountability and respect.
You know, here's a crucial point. Trust isn't really about what happens when the tech works perfectly. It's about how we respond when it messes up. And believe me, it will mess up. So when an AI makes a mistake, the worst thing you can say is, oh, it's a system issue. No. The hotel takes responsibility. The team takes responsibility. Leadership takes responsibility. Period. You have to own it immediately and completely. Accountability is everything.
So think of this as your service recovery playbook for the AI era.
Step 1. The AI makes a mistake. That's just the starting point. The real magic happens in steps 2 and 3. That's when the hotel takes full responsibility. And then you step in. With your professionalism, with your empathy. That human response is what can turn a total system failure into a moment that actually builds stronger loyalty with a guest. It's a huge opportunity.
And that brings us to respecting guest boundaries. Look, AI can give us these incredible insights into what a guest might like. But there is a very, very fine line between being helpful and being, well, intrusive, right? When personalization gets so predictive that it feels invasive, you've crossed that line, and it just makes people uncomfortable. So remember, the data from AI is a guide. It's not a script. It's your human ability, your skill at reading the room and adjusting on the fly that makes service truly exceptional.
Okay, this brings us to our final and honestly most important section. And it's all about you. It's about your role as professionals. Because at the end of the day, you are the ones who will be the guardians of our industry's values as we go through this incredible technological shift.
If you take away just one thing from our time together, let it be this. Don't think of ethics as just a list of rules to follow. Think of it as your moral compass. Because when technology is changing all the time, that compass is the one thing that will always keep you pointed in the right direction, towards the human guest. They are always at the center of everything we do.
Because that's what technology is, right? It's just a tool. It's your knowledge, your judgment, your passion for service that decides if that tool is used to make a guest stay better or worse. You are the critical factor. You make the difference.
So, I want to leave you with a question. A question to take with you as you build your careers. As you step up and become the next leaders in hospitality, how are you going to use this moral compass? How will you use it to guide your decisions, to lead your teams? How will you be the one to make sure that the future of hospitality isn't just more efficient, but that it's also fundamentally more human?